edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunayo Adelere. Once thank all our viewers out there who are always staying glued to WY TV to get the latest updates. We appreciate you. We say a very big thank you. I want to appreciate our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals. They deal with Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Co, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Energy Flusher, and Herbal Energy Powder. Whichever you need, you can send the DM or call the number 0701010859, and you can as well be a sponsor or make your product known on this platform by sending in a DM or call the number I called earlier as well. You know how we do it on this show. We bring to you news that made it to the top. We've got a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll discuss the one we feel we should discuss. But I will not be the only one talking today. You can as well drop your own comments in the comment section while we rub minds together. On Punch newspaper this morning, I have Dangote Refinery. Operators seek federal government intervention as marketers opt for full import. Minimum wage. Be patient with Tinubu presidency pleads. Missing Ogun pregnant woman faked abduction found in Kwara. Police. Nigerian Army uncover more illegal oil sites in Abia. Arrest 17 suspects. On Vanguard newspaper, I have NCDC declares cholera crisis, set up emergency measures. It will take decades to eradicate banditry in northwest Nigeria, Sultan. Another Nigerian pilgrim returns lost £1,750 in Hajj. Daily Post have this: Nigeria will start progressing the Igbo person becomes president. Kanayo, Kanayo. No plot to dethrone Sultan, Sokoto government. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break to our sponsor. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Give me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Napa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from Bashir Commercial Break. That's our sponsor. You can send a DM or call the number 07010108549 to place your own order. As well, be a sponsor or bring in your advert. Let's make your product known. So the first one here I have, no plot to dethrone Sultan, says Sokoto government. This is coming as a result of the crisis going on in Sokoto state, where 15 traditional rulers were actually deposed of their title, of their position, and somebody's coming out to say, with the sitting governor deposing all the emirs in the north side of their position, there is tendency that he would use the flimsy excuses he used in dethroning the 15 traditional rulers, and he will use it to dethrone the Sultan of Sokoto. Now the Sokoto state government has actually come out to say there is no plot to dethrone the Sultan of Sokoto. The Sokoto state government said it will never plotted to depose His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Al-Haji Mohammed Said Abubakar III, as alleged by the Muslim Rights Council, MURIC. The State Commissioner for Information and Societal Reorientation, Honorable Sambo Bello Danchadi, while reacting to the allegation on Tuesday, said the state government has no plan whatsoever to dethrone the revered monarch, describing the allegation by MURIC as false and baseless. I don't think the MURIC are actually coming out to lay allegations against the federal government. They are just saying that the state government can actually use the flimsy excuses he used during while deposing the 15 traditional rulers. He might actually use it, but there is a but attached to it. If the Kano state government tries to do such, all the Muslims in Nigeria, because the Sultan is not just the Sultan of Sokoto State alone, he's also the Sultan of all states in the country. He represents a major, largely all the Muslim society in the whole country at all. Then, according to the statement, the state government wondered how a responsible body like MORIC, claiming to be protecting the rights of Muslims, would descend so low and cheaply as to join hands with deluded mischief makers and enemies of progress to fabricate such a false and unsubstantiated story just to create an unfriendly atmosphere and fear in the minds of the law-abiding and peaceful citizens of the state. There is a saying that says, in my own dialect, that says the death that is actually killing little ones, killing an elderly one, is actually giving you a proverb. It's actually telling you that what happened to such a person can actually happen to you. Don't sit too relaxed. Don't be too relaxed on your seat. That is why the MORIC are actually coming out to bring this to the hearing of the Sokoto state government. He said, we believe that MORIC is not the type that will be dancing to the tunes of enemies and mischief makers who are trying to take away the attention of the good people of Sokoto state and Nigerians on the transformative initiative taking place in Sokoto state over the last 1 year. We also like to assure MORIC that the present administration, just like the previous administration in the state, cherishes and respects the Sultanate Council long before MORIC was established. Sambo pointed out that the law guiding the appointment and disposition of traditional rulers in the state had not been changed or even repealed. So don't fear anything. The Sultan of Sokoto is still sitting relaxed on his throne. The Sokoto state government has no plan of deposing him of his position, of retrieving this position from him. So you have to keep your mind at rest. That is the saying. Sokoto state government telling this to all Nigerians, to Sokoto people, and as well the MORIC as well. This one is saying, it's kind of funny from the Sultan of Sokoto as well. If this is coming out from the old Sultan of Sokoto, how much more the Nigerians that are living in this country? It says it will take decades to eradicate banditry in northwest Nigeria, says Sultan of Sokoto, the same person. If he's saying decades, decades means 10 years. So we still have to sit on that time bomb for 10 years before banditry can actually be eradicated in northwest of Nigeria. He's not even talking of southwest, not talking of northeast, not talking of southeast, not talking of the west or whatever. It's just in northeast alone, it will take decades to eradicate banditry. That's absurd and it's appalling to the hearing. The Sultan of Sokoto, Mohammed Abubakar, yesterday declared that it will take decades, not even 1 decade, decades. It can take 20 years, it can take 30 years, as far as it's 10, 10, 10 in places. For the Northwest to be free from menacing security challenge. The Sultan spoke in Katsina at the inaugural Northwest Peace and Security Summit. It is as the Sultan said, what we must do is challenge these bandits because we all know the consequences of banditry and insurgency on our lives. But it will take decades to get out of it. If at all we get out of it, not even sure, there's probability. If there's a conditional clause attached to it, if at all we get out of this. And any word, any sentence that comes with the clause if, but, is conditional. That is, it's saying we can and we might not, we may not. He said we all know the consequences and the problems. The monarch expressed the readiness of traditional rulers in the region to collaborate with security agencies and northern governors to combat banditry and insurgency. I believe that at the end of the summit, proposal to bring insurgency to the barest minimum for people to go about their lives and businesses will be arrived at. The event was attended by Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented President Bola Tinubu, former President Muhammadu Buhari, governors of 7 states in the Northwest geopolitical zone, service chiefs, and the Inspector General of Police. So look at the Egbetokun, and this thing is actually funny. If the people that are sitting in high authority, high places are coming out to say it will take this long while for banditry to be eradicated, not in the whole Nigeria, one part of Nigeria, how many years would it take to eradicate banditry in Nigeria as a whole? in the whole Nigeria, how long will it take? This is a challenge to the federal government because it was duly represented by the Vice President, Kashim Shettima. It is a clarion call to you because Nigeria is actually going to a place of no return with all these things that is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria is going to a place of no return, whereby I just pray we will not all wake up one day and just say that Nigeria no longer exists. The federal government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration, is a clarion call to you. We need you to go on your 10 toes. Nigeria is eating. This is a period for Nigeria eating a lot. We need you to intervene for banditry to actually stop in Nigeria. We can actually stop banditry, not decades. We can stop it in probably in 2 years, 3 years, even a month if we want to. So federal government, we are calling on you. So the last but not the least, this is kind of sounding tribalistic to me. Nigeria will start progressing. The Igbo person becomes president. Kanayo or Kanayo. I think the major problem we have in Nigeria today is because of tribalism. And now you are coming out to say it is until an Igbo person becomes a president of Nigeria before Nigeria can start progressing. It is not supposed to come out from your ear. Nollywood veteran, Kanayo, I said Nigeria will start progressing as a country the day a person of Igbo ethnic extraction becomes the president. We understand that Igbo likes businesses. Once they sit on that seat, they will start bringing in investors and all that from nook and crannies of the world. But saying until an Igbo person becomes a president is sounding tribalistic to me. It is not supposed to come out from a prominent person like you. You're a public figure, a celebrity at that. Now coming out, how do you want the Yorubas, the Hausas, the Efiks, all the other tribes in Nigeria, how do you want them to feel? It is not supposed to come out from your mouth. He said the Igbophobia, which has made some sections of the country blacklist the Igbo from the presidency, was only a figment of imagination. The movie star spoke on what being an Igbo and a Nigerian means to him on the latest episode of the Honest Bunch podcast. According to Kanayo, being an Igbo means that I come from a side of the country that speaks a dialect just like the Hausas, Fulanis, and others. It also means to me that I'm a special person created that everything I touch prospers. When we Igbos are called the Jews of this part of the world, it means a lot. And to whom much is given, much is also expected. A tree by the road is the one that receives the knife cut. We are in the marketplace always and we dance beautiful dances. That is who Igbos are. So we become the envy of the people. An Igbo man starts his business with kiosks today. Give him the next 1 year, he turns it to a shop, from a kiosk to a shop. That's why I said earlier that Igbo people are business-oriented people. They turn the little thing to the maximum. You can actually come out to say this thing in a way that it will not come out offensive to the hearing of people. Because as a Yoruba person, if I hear you saying it, it might sound tribalistic to my hearing. And if an Hausa person hears that, it might be like, you want to take the mantle away from my tribe. As well as the Fulani, is likewise to them. So if you are coming out to defend your tribe, you can come out, say it, break it down, we understand. But saying until an Igbo person comes on 6 before Nigeria will start progressing. He said, it's here, spits into our hands by a force we call Chukwu Abiyama. You can't take it away, so we will continue to envy the other people. I remember during the election last year, some people said the Igbos want to take over Lagos. How can we take over Lagos? For what, when we have an ancestral home we come from? But then, most of us don't want to go back. And it's only in Nigeria that it happens. A New Yorker is a New Yorker regardless of where they come from. So if you abolish states of origin in Nigeria, we'll be better as country. What has it got to do with state of origin when you are employing somebody? It's the IQ we are looking for. So being Igbo has become an endangered species because I am now judged by where I come from, not by what I offer. The content is what we should look at. So in the larger entity called Nigeria, there has been a division, nepotism, orchestrated by many people for political, economic, and religious purposes. Being an Igbo and being in Nigeria, to me, is like running at opposite courses. It looks like the civil war never ended. So for Kanayo coming out to say all this. I want to urge you, being a public figure, you should actually filter what you are saying for the public to digest. So before I continue, let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, I'll continue from where we stopped. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. I'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Welcome back from Bashar Commercial Break. That is our sponsor, Nokpa Abos. Like I said earlier, you want to be a sponsor, you want your advert known to the whole world, you can send in a DM or call the number 07010108549. And Nokpa about this with Nokpa Abba Mixture, Abba Cool, Abba Tonic, Abba Bitters, Abba Flusher, Abba Energy Powder. Today on News Review, we discussed about the plan of removing the Sultan of Sokoto, which the Sokoto government actually came out to debunk. And as well, Sultan of Sokoto himself coming out to say it will take decades for banditries to be eradicated in Nigeria. And as well, Nigeria will start progressing the day an Igbo man becomes the president, Kanayo or Kanayo. These are the things we discuss on News Review today. Let me know your own mind. Let me know your opinion in the comment section, as I'll be replying every messages in the comment section. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok, on our Instagram. As well, you can join our WhatsApp community on the number 07010108549. Till I come again on your screen, be good and be fine. Bye for now.